And then I am planning to show you idea that how to analyze and repair also this our car's rear trunk doors electric lock. And this is really lock from Toyota cars. And now I have issue that I could not open this my car's rear trunk door. And how this is possible, because now it is totally stuck and we can hear this sound that there is this electric working, but why this Toyota's rear trunk door it don't open. And now I have to go inside in this car trunk, and this is really interesting thing. And let's go to look at what we can find in inside area. Okay. And now we are in this car's this rear seat area, and now we can in that my car I can open these seats, and now we are inside in this trunk area, but I need next light in there. Okay, and there we can see this inside trunk area, and there is this inner door, and next I have to move inside in this trunk area, because I have to open next these bolts in this door area, trunk door. Okay, and I take my tools next. Okay, and now we are inside in this trunk area, and there is this cover, this cover in this rear trunk door, and I can move this cover in away, and there is this my lock, and there is two 10mm bolts what I need to open, and I have in here 10mm socket what I can install in these places in that way. There is this really 1 and 2 bolts what I need to open next, and this is a little bit difficult, but now this is in position, great. And then I open these both bolts, and soon we can see what happened next, and I think that door is soon open. Let's look. Okay, and then I install this my socket in here, and there is my range, and in this direction I open this bolt, wait a second, that way, and then I can use this my electric driver. This is faster. Okay, and there is first nut, and then second. Okay, and now door opens. Great. Okay, and here is this my door lock, and then I need to press this lock button, and yes, now it's free and great. Okay, and now I have opened all of these screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can open this carefully, and be carefully, because sometimes in these parts there can be some spring, and these parts can fly to our face, and that's use protective glasses, like in that glasses what I use, because these can protect your eye. Use always plastic or glass protective glasses, and then I take this part away carefully. And now I am thinking that is there any popping parts? Okay, I was lucky. There is this connector what sends this connection, and there is this electric motor. And now we can think that what is issue that this my lock is not working. Everything this feels They looks good, and now I believe that this electric motor is worn out. This is the issue. Because that one, this also moves nicely in this way, and then we have only that one is the issue. And that's I go to take my battery that we can test this motor. Okay, and then we need again car battery or motorbike battery, and then two cables like in minus area. This blue one or black is minus, and then in red area we have this plus cable, and in my case white cable. And next I connect these cables in this my lock. It's really this lock, and how I can notice that this my Toyota's this electric lock motor is bad, because now I can see that if this motor is running well, and when I connect these cables, this is like this blue minus cable in here, and then this white cable is this plus cable in here, and then this red one is like warning light in this dashboard. And now if everything is okay, when I connect this plus battery cable in here, this part should move in here totally, that wheel, in this way, look, in this way. In that way that it moves totally, and if there is enough power in here. But in my case, this motor is bad. And let's look at what happens. I have tested that before, and now if everything is okay, this wheel rotates totally. But look what happens next when I connect these cables. This only moves a little bit, look. It like starts, but there is not power enough. Let's look closer. This is this critical test. To you, my friend, if you are thinking that what is wrong in my electric lock, and you notice that this wheel is not rotating that big wheel in that way. It should move in this way normally, if this motor is okay in that way. But look what happens in my case. There is only weak start, that way. And this means now that there is not enough power, because this wheel must rotate. And I take that this wheel away. I can maybe remove that wheel. It is not movable. And then of course, sometimes we might have so weak battery, and that's I replace my better battery. But I believe that now this issue is the small engine in here. And let's look that, can I take this engine and this electric motor away in here, and I carefully bend. Yes, I can. Now I take carefully this away, and this is the issue, this engine. And there is even maker, made in Vietnam, but there is none any brand, but there is production number. And if you can get this, is this like 026 engine, and there is something in this back area. There is some Macau. Let's look closer. There is maker, Mabushi Motor. This maker, never heard. Some Vietnamese corporation. This might be good company, but I have not ever seen. And now I believe that this motor is only too old. There is maybe these coils in bad, and they are difficult to replace in here, that I need new motor if I like to repair this my electric lock, because this part must move in this way. But let's look that we can test that when I take this wheel away in here, in that way, and we test that how well this part rotates when I install this back in here. In that way, good. And if everything is okay, I connect my cables, and now this part should rotate because there is no any force, because this is difficult. There is spring in here. Now it should rotate all time. Look. Excellent work. This motor runs because there is no any resistance and this against force, because this is hard to move, and if we have good quality new engine, then this part moves well. Okay, that kind of information, my friend, and of course how I can repair this bad electric motor. I can purchase totally new Toyota these parts from dealership, and Toyota parts we can get those parts even 20 years old Toyotas, and this is the Toyota quality. And of course, if I am super MacGyver, man who does everything without tools or any parts, this MacGyver TV series hero, he can fix that part, or then he can go to Vietnam and purchase new part from Vietnam or in internet. And my friend, it is interesting. We can purchase this motor maybe in internet, and I like to also go to look that can I purchase this motor in here, this motor, because there is this product code. And now we can look this code, and you friend, if you can find similar motor, please send information to me. See this maker, there is this code, and if we go to Google search, we can maybe get similar motor, and maker was there, and this outer area, it looks like that. Very interesting. And thank you for watching, my friend, and there is this information.